Hello my beautiful angels, starseeds and dreamers, welcome back. My name is Violeta. This is a timeless tarot reading for you. Yes, you. If it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. All signs welcome. So I love this. Let's see what the cards have to say. You know, sometimes I start with message, but this time I'm hearing it's wide open. I'm hearing it's wide open. Everything is wide open. You don't know. You're not supposed to know. But I'm still gonna peek in the cards because who knows, right? Maybe we'll see something interesting or get some confirmations that we're already feeling, because you're gonna feel if it resonates. You're just gonna know it. You know, you're gonna feel it. Oh, sorry, karma was out of the way. Karma was out of the way. Karma was out of the way. You got karma out of the way in somebody else's way. That's funny. Anyway, something fell to the floor. Oh, okay. The King of Wands fell to the floor. It's almost like he was trying to escape. There's somebody around you who's escaping you or escaping the connection, or they're trying to gain the courage to come. They're not sure. My nose is itching, and the cards are funny. Like, they keep trying to fall, but they don't. It's like a confused energy. Let's see. Let's just see. Five of Wands. Sideways and Ace of Cups. Okay, yeah, I see. You're used to experiencing love in a way that is full of conflict and drama. Okay. The usual thing that happens to you, that used to happen to you, was that you would meet someone and they would play games, as in the card. See the card? Chess, playing games with your heart. This is what you're used to, okay? Constantly some noise kind of trying to interrupt the reading because it's a big one I'm hearing. It's a tough one for you. It's going to be tough to hear, I'm also hearing. But we're going to have to hear it together. This person is not sure if they can come close to you because you've been hurt. They can see that. They can sense that. They have a very strong intuition, and they can sense you, which you're not used to, because that's usually you. Usually you're the sensitive one who feels other people's energy, and you can't believe that someone can feel you, you know, because you always kind of feel like you're veiled or guarded or hidden. It's not that you do it on purpose, but you're protecting yourself, right? And mostly people don't see it. They don't know. They think you're cold or detached or vain or haughty or a bunch of things I'm hearing, ridiculous things that you're not, but you give off the impression of a little bit of coldness. I mean, when people know you, they know that your warmth itself, like you're so warm, you're like the sun, but that's when you let people in, and you've only let a few people in because everyone else has disappointed you. And so this person would very much like to be let in, but they don't see a way in, or they're trying to get in currently. 10 of Cups in reverse. I'm hearing something that's blocking this, but let me just clarify the 10 of Cups in reverse, because what seems perfect is maybe actually not. Ace of Pentacles. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity to see what fits you, to see what is your 10 of Cups actually. Because I think you know, but actually you don't know. It's almost like Spirit is Spirit is showing you different kind of choices to let you decide for yourself what's closest to the end goal, because I feel like you think you know what you want, but actually you might not, and Spirit might have an idea, but it wants you to confirm. So it just places people and things and connections in front of you, and it's like, okay, you decide, you know, it's your choice, free will. And you keep eliminating things, people, connections, because it's just not there. It's not there, you know? Maybe something's close, but it's just not what it needs to be. You know what I mean? It's like almost there, but not quite. And this almost there, but not quite keeps happening to you recently. It's like you never get to the one or the right one. I feel like it's love related, because King of Wands, the Ace of Cups. This is about you and love, how you see love, how you perceive love, how you've experienced love, and how you're a little bit closed off to love because it's never been quite right. Queen of Wands. And you're this incredible, magical, magnetized being who attracts all kinds of people who want to try to be good enough for you. I don't like seeing it like that. Everyone is perfect, you know, everyone's perfect for them. You don't need to be good enough for somebody else, you know, because good enough is negative in my mind, because I grew up thinking I'm not good enough, right? Not good enough means you can never reach that standard, that point. And that creates this huge insecurity within you that something's always lacking in you, but it's not. It's just an illusion in your mind. It's like you're reaching for something that's perceived more than you, but actually maybe it's not more than you. Maybe you're more than it. And it's not about comparison, Spirit says. Spirit says, when you compare, you're wasting your time, because everyone's different. How do you compare apples to oranges? How? Which is tastier? Someone who likes sweeter is gonna like sweet apples. Someone who likes sour is gonna like oranges. You know what I mean? It's like you can't compare the incomparable. And so people make their minds up about these things, about like standards and levels, and put people on pedestals, and they're trying to reach or to compete or to be good enough to level up to the point of your ideal person or something, but that doesn't exist. You're only supposed to level up to being your best you, right? For yourself, not for somebody else. And I don't know why I'm hearing all this. I feel like some people are competing for you or trying to get to your level or to your frequency or to get to you because you're inaccessible right now somehow. That's a really weird reading. It's almost like you've always been disappointed by people, but they can never reach you. It's almost like a block between you and everybody in love, which is so sad because you're so lovable. You love your friends, you give all of your favorite people so much love, and it's so enjoyable, and you have given romantic love before in your life and you loved it, probably. I mean, I don't know your situation, but if you have, then you loved it because you have such a big heart and you can give and give and give. But the thing is, most people are not ready for this kind of big love. Most people are not ready to dive so deep, to give themselves so completely like you do, so naturally. And so these people who are not ready taught you to be closed off. They rubbed off on you. Your open and happy and free heart became guarded, because of these people who are not ready. And it's not their fault. You allowed it to happen, but it's not your fault either. It's nobody's fault, because it's just what happens in life. This is a really heavy message. I can tell by how much energy I'm expending and how much I'm fading. This fell face down. 7 of Pentacles. You've worked so hard for this. I'm hearing you worked so hard to change your mind around about love. That it is a good thing, that it is possible, that there are people out there who can love like you, but you just haven't met them yet. But you will. Because this extreme opening of the heart that you're experiencing, it's not just opening you up to opportunities and people and experiences. It's opening you up to love, specifically. Not because you're calling for it or waiting for it or wanting it. Actually, no, it's probably the opposite. Right now, you're more, nah, I don't want love. But the thing is that your heart is opening nevertheless. And when it opens, it attracts other people who are open too. And sure, they might be guarded too, but Spirit is not asking you to commit or to jump or to do something crazy or to chase someone. Spirit is only asking you to be open in the moment. Just being open in the moment, and that's it. Nothing else is required. And that's so easy, isn't it? But actually it's hard. It's hard when you've been hurt before. And when you've been hurt recently, and when you've been hurt really badly. It's almost like the same thing repeats again and again, and you're thinking, oh God, I hope I broke this cycle, because I don't want another go around of whatever that was. You're almost doubting it, even though you know you exited that cycle. You know you're doing better. You know you're loving better. You know you're more open. You know you're in a really beautiful place in your life where you adore yourself. And you don't care what comes to you. You're just enjoying life. And you know this is the point where somebody comes, or somebody's come, whatever, whoever. You know this is the point. And that's why you have this kind of dread almost, because you almost don't want them to come. But that's blocking the energy, my love. That's blocking something that could be beautiful. Just don't say no right away. Just say maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Temperance and the 3 of Swords. You've been so patient through all of this heartbreak. Spirit is so proud of you. Spirit just wants to congratulate you on surviving all of that, because those were your lessons. Those were your tests. And as much as it sucks that you had to go through them in order to find what you're looking for, it had to be done. And you know this. You know this now. You know that without those experiences, you wouldn't even recognize what's good for you now. You know, it's like it would hit you in the forehead and you would be like, ah, what happened? Okay, whatever. You know, you wouldn't even recognize this as good because you haven't experienced the bad. And that is the truth. You experienced all the bad so you can see the good. And that's what's coming to you, the good. And each next person I'm hearing, I guess this is about love. Each next person is going to be better than the last. I'm hearing. So it might be several people coming to you because you're very magnetic right now. And you really don't care, and that's when they come. You're detached. You're detached from the whole concept of love and romance. You don't need it at the moment, and you're focused on other things, but that's usually when it comes, unfortunately. Queen of Swords in reverse. Like the last few readings, you're just called to soften. Sometimes you are too sharp. You have sharp edges. You have a hard head. And you know this about yourself. And sometimes it saves you because you can tell people what you think and you can do what has to be done. But sometimes you turn it to the wrong person, someone with a good heart. Just make sure that you don't get so sharp that you can't be soft anymore, I'm hearing. No, honey. Your softness is beautiful. It's not a weakness. You know that, right? I think your whole life people kept telling you that it's weakness. That you're too sensitive, or you're too touchy, or you're too emotional, or you're too whatever. Too much, too dramatic, whatever. Too soft, weak. But that's not true. And you know that's not true. You know this. Now in your life you know what you're made of. Because you made yourself. You know you're made of strong stuff. Now you know. Now you've seen the truth. And now that you've proved yourself that you're so strong, it's time to prove yourself that you can be soft again and strong at the same time. They're not mutually exclusive, you know. They can exist together in one person. It's just a paradox, and a lot of people are paradoxes, you know. It's fun to see how people are controversies, contradictions, walking contradictions. People are complex. They're not just one thing. There are many, many things at once. And it's fun, isn't it? Digging through the personality, through the layers, and uncovering new layers. Isn't that fun? I think you're a little bit afraid of that process because you've been through it so much, that you're almost like just trusting your intuition now. In the first moment, if the energy is off, bye. If the energy is okay, fine, I'll give you a chance for a little bit, and then bye. And you hang in there until you get like a big red flag, and you're like really out of there. You don't give people many second chances, I'm hearing. And maybe that's good, or maybe that's too sharp again. I think Spirit is just trying to teach you to soften, to let you remember how you were when you were open, trusting. When you were trusting, do you remember when you meet someone new and you're just excited to meet them? No fear or freak out or dread. Do you remember that feeling? I think it's time to embrace that feeling again. You're close to getting there. You're working through the fear. You're working through the fear because you've been abolishing fear systematically, slowly in many areas in your life, and now love is yet again in the forefront, even though you don't want it to be. It's not in the forefront. That's not what I meant. I meant right now you're really busy. I think you have things to do, other things to focus on, focusing on yourself, right? But a big part of you is this closedness, this guardedness, this block, this wall between you and other people. And I don't care if it's love or friendship or whatever. It's between you and other people. But slow and steady, little by little every day, you're opening up to other people in the world and you're speaking to them. Because at some point it was so bad that you literally just would not speak to anybody you did not know. You would not speak to the person who's preparing your food. You would not speak to the person in the street who's looking for something. You would not speak to people who are looking at you. You would not speak to anybody unless you have to, absolutely have to. Just to order the food, just to, you know, if you bumped into someone, sorry, that's it, no more. You know what I mean? It's like you no longer search for new acquaintances. You no longer go to new places or any place really and just go to a new person. You no longer do that. And you used to do that all the time maybe. Or you used to do that more freely before because you were excited. You weren't so guarded. And now, and now you're just, wow. You're out of the habit of being open to new people. Just anybody on the street, really. I'm not saying you have to like talk to everybody on the street, but just, I don't know, someone laughed about something and you laugh back, or someone asked you something and you strike up a conversation, or you know, you make a joke with a stranger, you know, just, it doesn't have to be so closed off, you know, and you know this, but that's the result of being hurt. It's that you close your shell and you build up the walls and the shield, and nobody enter, nobody get close enough, nobody. It got so bad to the point where people were afraid to approach you because they felt it from afar. It's almost like people were sensing this huge wall around you. Even if they didn't know they were sensing it, they were sensing it, and so they were afraid to approach you because they knew you would just cut them off. Oh my love, I know it's, and fair enough that you did this. It's fine that you did this. You did this because you had to, but I'm hearing the time for that has passed. And you know this, you feel this. If this resonates with you, you know what's coming, because people are coming. Different people are coming to just open your heart again, to allow you to open up again and show your full heart. Because you're maybe showing your mind, you're showing your wisdom, you're showing people your personality, but you're not showing your heart. Especially not to strangers or whoever, you know. It's like you reserve your heart only for the people who have proven that they deserve it. But how are you ever going to meet anyone new if they haven't proved anything? You know what I mean? It's like you're just, yeah, you've reserved your heart. You have a reservation on your heart. And that doesn't allow anyone new to come in, and Spirit is just asking the Fool in reverse. Something's going to start and you're going to resist it at first. Because you're afraid, but you're also stronger than your fear. You've proven it again and again. You're stronger than fear, and you're probably going to let it happen eventually. This is just a big picture reminder that you're stronger than your fear. You're stronger than the hurts. You're stronger than the past. You can choose to open at any point. You have the power to open. You have the choice. The Lovers. I can't even show it to you. Here. This is going to be a strange love. This is going to be a soft love. Blue. Something about birds and flying. Birds of a feather, similar people. Who feel isolated in a way. Maybe self-imposed. Ah, what a message, eh? I'm probably gonna do a little bit more because I'm already tired, but let's just do another Five of Swords. You're trying to hide from this. Whatever comes your way, you're gonna want to hide. Because you don't know what to expect. But you're never gonna know, you know? King of Swords, it's gonna be someone intelligent, someone proud, someone strong. Someone like you. Queen and King of Swords. Someone like you. You're a little bit in denial. Knight of Swords in reverse. You're a little bit in denial about something right now. Let's just... Spirit. I feel like Spirit is calling us out or something. Calling you out. Calling me out. Just tone it down, please. Time is running out. That's what I'm saying. Time is running out. You've been in your shell for a while, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine, but it's time to come out. And you're nervous because you're not sure you're ready. There are no limits. There are no limits to what you can attract, what you can manifest, I'm hearing. There are no limits to this. You think there are, but there aren't. It's almost like you're... Wow, chills. I don't even want to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. You're attracting exactly what you wanted. Even better than what you wanted. And you don't even know it. Because you're looking around and you're like, what do you mean? I don't see anything that I asked for. But you're currently attracting way better than you were trying to get. These don't wanna come out either. Unexpected, out of nowhere. Exactly. That's what I was feeling. Out of nowhere, someone's gonna appear. Playing games with your heart. You're gonna assume this of them. Even though you don't know them. Immediately it's like, meh, like everybody else. Meh, no. You're so cute. No, seriously, listen. It's not gonna be like that. No contact. You're so used to cutting people off. Your cutoff game is perfect. But I'm hearing it's not like you... I'm hearing you already mastered the sword. Now you have to master the cup, right? The sword is the mind, no. I choose, no. The cup is the heart, the openness, the softness, the love. The acceptance, the surrender, letting go. Yeah, you're mastering the heart now. Come into your confidence. You've come into your confidence. That allows you to attract much better suitors, I'm hearing. But it's also intimidating for other people. And whoever approaches you is on your wavelengths. Am I dreaming? Someone thought they dreamed you? Like you came out of their dreams or something? That's a weird message. Your angels are protecting this. Your angels are keeping something hidden, something low-key, because they don't want to... they don't want you to mess it up. And they say this lovingly. They adore you, my love. It's just, they know you sometimes tend to self-sabotage. And they don't want you to sabotage this because it's a good thing. So maybe it's not going to be, they're not going to make it easy for you to sabotage, I'm hearing. It's like they're going to make it hard to sabotage. Like, I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means? Old-fashioned. It's going to be someone old-fashioned. Someone's going to court you, I'm hearing. And that's ridiculous to say out loud. But in this day and age, but the truth is, you're old-fashioned as well. You would like to be courted. It's just that nobody ever bothered, or not recently at least, and just, that's the disappointment. It's like people are just, okay, let's sleep together, or let's see if this works, or let's just have fun, or you know what I mean? It's like people don't take love seriously anymore, and you wish someone did, like you do. You're almost hiding it from the world because you don't want to show the world how vulnerable you are, how people would call this naive, like idealistic. They would look down on it. You're not being realistic enough. You're in the clouds. You're blah, blah, blah. You know, that's weakness, but it's not. It's strength, because in the face of all this BS in the world, do you think that it's easy to believe and to hope that love is real for you and that's going to happen? Do you honestly believe that this is weak? No, you don't. You know, this is the strongest you can be. The weakness would be to give up. That's always the weakness. And you never give up. And that's why you're going to try one more time. And if that fails, one more time. Maybe you're just going to take a break for a while because you're tired, and you probably did. But if something comes around, it's almost like you feel like you owe it to yourself to find out, well, maybe it's possible, I don't know. How do I find out if I don't try? You know what I mean? That kind of energy. This is such a big message. Love-oriented. It's coming closer because more and more of the recent messages have been going that direction, which means it's coming closer. And this is exactly what I meant this whole time. One is too big, one is too small, one is just right. One was too careless with your heart. One was too unavailable with theirs. One was too harsh. One was too slow. One was too fill in the blank. One was too scared. But one is going to be just right, and you don't know who that one is. You have no idea, actually. And I think maybe that's exciting. Yeah, it's scary. It's frustrating. But I think you finally reach the point where you don't expect anything. Where you just let go of the expectation and the hope. Not that you've let go of these things, but you just see what happens, you know? Like, you're tired of just trying to make it fit or trying to figure it out. You're just tired. You just want to experience something for once in your life. To just experience something fun, something nice. One is just right. I feel like this is the message of the whole reading. One is just right for you. And you've manifested that. You've magnetized that to you. Do you know how amazing that is? Of all the people around you, of all the millions of people in the world, billions, you pulled that in. You're pulling that in. I'm going to get final guidance. Wisdom. You have the wisdom to see this for what it is. Maybe you're going to be resistant at first because that's the fear talking, but you're going to overcome the fear because you're done letting fear drive. You're done letting fear choose. Diligence in reverse. You're done with lazy people who have done no work on themselves, no work for you, no work for anything. They just stay and expect everything to just happen to them, for them. That's not how it works. Actually, a lot of work goes into attracting the right things and accepting the right things and doing the right things. There's a lot of action in attracting, actually, and people don't get that. You make a choice every single day. You make your choices every single day. And you do it again and again and again until you become a master of your life, of your reality. Until you're happy with what you created. And you are. Time's up in reverse. You're resisting something big time. I'm seeing like the wheel turning in your favor and you're like trying to slow it down and you're like, no, not yet, not yet, not yet. I'm not ready yet. Maybe next month, maybe next year, maybe next 10 years, 10 years from now. And the wheel is speeding up. It's speeding up and I'm getting chills. It's speeding up and it's here. It's here now. And you're like, no, what happened? What happened? What happened? No. Let's go back. But there's no going back because it's here. What are you going to do about it? When something's just right, what are you going to do about it? Are you just going to say no and walk away? Well, if you're not ready, fine. That's your choice. Of course. If you're not ready, that's fine. But if you think you could be, or if you think you could learn to be, just don't say no right away. You know what I mean? Just don't say no. You don't have to say yes, but don't say no. Just see what happens. Hang in there. I'm hearing. One more card. This is really intense, you guys. 37 minutes. What? It fell to the floor in reverse. It just flipped. And I was like, oh man, another reverse, seriously? You're a little bit reversed today. Do you feel that? You're a little bit reversed. Inner peace in reverse. I'm not gonna pick it up because, I don't know why. I don't know why. It's almost like I don't want to even touch it. Something is disrupting your peace at the moment and you did not expect it, you did not want it, you did not ask for it, and now you have to deal with it. Great. Just great. I'm telling you, this journey is like up and down and up and down and all around, and who knows what's going to happen tomorrow or next week, or who knows if this is even anything, really. You don't know. You don't know, but it's there. What are you going to do with it? Naked in reverse. You just don't want to be vulnerable again because you could get hurt. You're resisting. You're wondering if it's safe. You've just detoxed. You want your abundance. You're losing hope, and you know, and you're in fear, and you want. It's like all of these things I just said. You're not jaded. You could become jaded if you chose to, if you let it happen, but you're not. You still hope for love. You still believe in love. You're so open to love. It's just a part of you is so damn tired that you just want to get it over with. It's almost like you meet someone and you're just like, okay, disappoint me already so I can move on. You know what I mean? It's like the faster you disappoint me, the better. But that's not the right attitude when you meet someone, because what if they don't disappoint you? That's what you're not seeing. That's what you don't expect. And maybe that's what's going to happen. if you let it. But you have to let it too. You have to be open to surprises. And just enjoy the moment. Don't think so much. You're thinking too much. You're being in your head when you're supposed to be in your heart. Do you remember? You remember. You know this. It's just sometimes you forget for a minute. But that's okay. You're human. I forgive you. I love you so much. I'm so proud of you for reaching this point in your life and for being willing to try to be open. Even that is enough. Don't push yourself to be all the way open with everybody. Just leave your door slightly ajar. Just slightly. So that someone can peek in and say hello. And maybe you can say hello back. And you can take it slow. You can take it super slow if you want to. Anyone would understand if you explain that it's hard for you. But that's the vulnerability thing. You have to be willing to be naked. You have to be willing to use your words to explain, you know, and I don't know if I'm ready, but I'm willing to give it a chance. So I'm just going to go really slow, okay? I feel like that's something that's coming. That kind of conversation is coming. I really did not expect this whole message, to be honest. But I feel like you don't expect it either. You don't see it coming, and you almost don't believe me when I say this, and you're like, nah, there's nobody. There's not going to be anybody. I'm not going to be worried about such a conversation. I'm good. I'm good here. But Spirit's saying it's approaching, and it just wanted to give you a heads up that it's time to just soften a little bit. Try to soften a little bit. Try to open up a little bit, because soon it's going to be time to let someone a little bit in, you know? You can do this. You're strong enough. One day you'll be ready, and this is the right one. This is the one you've been calling for. You don't know who, but you know it's coming, which is why you've been a little anxious recently. And you just try to put it off by not thinking about it and not believing that, oh, you have all the time in the world. It's probably going to happen next year, in 5 years. Have all the time in the world. But time is up. Time is up. Another cycle. Goody. You've been through so many already, but you've been a trooper. You've been really doing great, and this is something you can do. You're strong enough now. And you're detached enough now not to clutch to someone and latch on to someone and start putting them up on pedestals and creating images in your head and thinking of your wedding and or the complete opposite, like stopping something from happening ever by just avoiding or ghosting or just no. Like those are the two extremes, right, that you've done in the past. But right now you're trying to go somewhere in the middle, because that's the healthy thing to do, and you want to be healthy. You're not even doing it for anybody else or for any connection. You're doing it for yourself, and that's the beautiful thing. You love yourself so much that you want to give yourself the chance to love and to be loved properly. And I think that's the most beautiful sentence I have ever uttered in my entire life. You love yourself so much that you want to give yourself the chance to be loved completely and to love completely. Because if you didn't love yourself so much, you would have given up, maybe. You would have just been, what I have is enough. I don't need love. And you don't need it, but you know you're gonna love it. And you know your heart is made for it. Your heart is made for love. Oh, I love you so much. You're so lovely. This has been one of the biggest messages yet. I really hope that you will 4444. Check that, what it means, and let me know in the comments below. I believe in you. I love you. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if it resonates. Thank you for liking and subscribing and commenting. I'm honored to be a channel for you in spirit.